They're just trying to pervert the Constitution and the Congress because they are upset about the outcomes that they're going to get. We don't like what you're going to. So they have to go to Maryland. They got to go to D.C. Here he shreds Jackson. He says, Justin Jackson, in her whiny dissent, she suggests that individuals enjoy a free-floating right under the APA. But she's wrong, too. To sue under the APA, it's not a free-floating right, says Gorsuch. What are you talking about, crazy? To sue, a litigant must suffer legal wrong because of agency action. It says that right there, 5 U.S. Code 702. It's not a free-floating right. Where'd you get that? And here, the alleged legal wrong is money, a point that the dissent elsewhere even acknowledges. Now, I would have stayed the remainder of the judgment, which vacated any internal agency guidance as well. The only injury that gave them standing to sue was the money. They should have sued in the right location, and they didn't. And so they should lose more thoroughly than even Amy Coney Barrett says. So Kavanaugh came out, and he said, like Gorsuch, Alito, and Thomas, I would grant the stay in full, right? So similar to Gorsuch, your money claims should be brought over there, and the guidance claims are about the money. Okay, so bring them over there. He says, first, the grant of terminations are in the Court of Federal Claims. Okay, easy, similar to Gorsuch. Second, I also agree with the government that the grant termination guidance is also unavailing. For instance, he says it's not evidence that their challenges are separable. But even if they were separable, they're still going to lose on that claim, right? So here, Kavanaugh, which is a good point, he's saying, look, even if we validate that claim, you're still going to lose. Like, the guidance is valid, right? So you have to show why the guidance is invalid. He says Jackson seems to suggest that we can avoid this forum channeling decision by just denying the application and all this will be fixed. He says that's ridiculous. We can't deny it. We have to decide this. Denying the application would mean that the suit belongs for now in the First Circuit. And it would mean that another suit belongs in the Court of Federal Claims. And so we got to decide this. And so for these reasons, Kavanaugh says, I would sign on with dismissing in full. Let's hit a little bit of Jackson and see what she had to say. And she has a bad attitude a lot of days. Let's see how she turned out this morning. She says, okay, concurring in part and dissenting in part, right? Because part of the stay has been granted in favor of Trump so that he can cancel the contracts, but the guidance is still stayed, right?